Greetings, everyone. We are live again. Dynasty Mirror Search for Who. Thank you so much for joining us. Before we get started, as we always do, guys, thank you so much for joining. It means a lot. Thank you for the support over the years. Thank you for supporting this platform, Search for Huru. And to our Care Bars partners who are watching, thank you so much for tuning in and joining team Mr. Fitzgerald Stevens and Dynasty Mirror. Everyone, thank you so much. Also, make sure you go to dynastymirror.com. Again, go to dynastymirror.com while you're there. Buy some merchandise, buy some books while you're there. Also, join the email list. Again, please join the email list so you guys can stay up to date in regards to what's going on with the brand Dynasty Mirror. Like, share, and subscribe to the content. Again, like, share, and subscribe to the content. Really appreciate you guys' support. And then become a monthly Patreon. Again, become a monthly Patreon. Support Black media, you guys. Again, support Black media so we continue to share our narrative, tell our story, and all that good stuff. Without further ado, I have my mentor, brother, elder on with us today, Mr. Fitzgerald Stevens. And I love that shirt. In fact, Mr. Fitzgerald, where'd you get that shirt from?
Dynastymirror.com. I just
ordered. There we go. The Africa is by Therapy shirt.
And this is the Africa is by Therapy and stuff like that.
There we go.
Yeah, I like it, man. It speaks a very good thing to me. Now, hey, Prince, let me ask you something, man. Tell us a little bit more about that Patreon page. I hear you gloss over it. What talk to me about that. What are you doing on that you're doing different from your Search for Uru?
No, nothing really. I think the Patreon page gives people the opportunity to contribute on a consistent monthly basis towards Search for Huru. So if you like this platform, you like what we're doing, I mean, contribute on a monthly basis. You know, if you enjoy the content that I'm putting out, if you find it of value, then, you know, I'm a firm believer in put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah, give to where you're being fed, you know.
Right.
No, great. So we're talking about football again, huh?
Well, again, it's just not necessary. Well, we're focusing more on the economic impact and the people who are out there who are watching this, who might have been in the field or a career or had a job that depended on college athletics as far as bringing in revenue. I mean, you know, there are other options out there, and I'm telling you, it's about time to take control of your financial destiny, because, I mean, the fallout. So right now, the Pac-10 and the Big 12, those are the two of the Power Five. They're opting out. Fitzgerald, let me ask you. In fact, let me back up for a second, Fitzgerald. We talked about this before, and I don't want to get political, so I want to watch how I phrase this question. So you have parents who are petitioning for their kids to play. What are your thoughts on that, Fitzgerald? Like really out there petitioning for their kids to play, if they're in one of the conferences that got shut down.
Okay. I'm going to reverse that because you have more experience. Okay, you played college athletics. You know, you played. You were both Division 1A football, University of Georgia, great school, and you was also a track star. You have a son. Would you let your son at this time, if Master was like 18, 19, let's just say a blue chip athlete, if he's good enough to go to schools just like his father, people are looking at it, giving him free rides. You know, he has that's already in his hand, as though it's ever calling. Would you let your son play in this climate if he was at the age now, knowing what you know now? I mean, no. You've been there. Now, why wouldn't you?
Because of the risk. And that's why I'm like, these parents, they're not really giving resistance as far as, no, our kids aren't playing. In fact, they're fighting for them to play. That's why I'm lost. And then on top of that, not once have we heard about them actually being, so you're a scholar athlete. Like, we haven't heard nothing about the scholar part. It's about just play.
Do we ever hear anything about the scholar part?
No, you don't.
No. I mean, really, there's one guy that come out to mind. You know, I admire what he has done. And I'm quite sure many there are other athletes like him too. Antron Roll.
No, Myron Rolle. I'm talking about Myron Rolle.
You know, he came. He was I believe, a safety
For Florida State.
Yeah, and you know, he's now a neurosurgeon. He used that athletic ability to pay for school, masters, and you know, he actually left a football career, NFL football career, to go study in Oxford, and now he's a neurosurgeon.
Right.
You know, so he was serious about his education, and I know like the gymnastics teams, and especially like the female gymnastics team, or maybe the female athletes are more prone to really excel and get their degrees and really benefit far as from that scholarship, as opposed to compared to the male athletes. Right. So I think there are people who are actually taking advantage of this. I mean, if I was in school right now, knowing what I'm doing, if I was, you know, back at undergrad and I was an athlete, man, I would be knee deep in those books.
Right.
I mean, you know, I'll go to the drills and do what they say and watch the film and do stuff like that, man. But I would be really looking for my education. I'll be truly taking advantage of that. That's what I'll be doing, and it wouldn't be trying to make surfboards. And I mean, it would be something like business or something like coding or engineer, something that I know that I could have a great career, because, you know, you can't play athletics forever. Right. That's what I would be doing. Now, do you feel that the parents are pushing their children that way, or you're just saying they're pushing them like, or they're pushing it like, hey, you got to get out there on that gridiron. They got to put. I think they're pushing. You got to run that pigskin and stuff like that. Yeah, that's how I think they're pushing them. I really do. Your stance is that you wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Okay, now Massa would be grown. He would be an adult. If 18 years old, he'd be capable of making his own decisions. How would you override that? No, he's out your house. I mean, he's going to have respect for his father. Like, I'm quite sure many of these athletes have respect for their parents, but at the end of the day, they're grown. How are you? You know, how are you? And like, hey, you can't do this. Especially that's something that they want to do. Especially in your position, when your son can say, "Dad, man, you played ball. You know, how you gonna deny me something? You know, what if grandma would have did that? What if grandma would have did that to you?" So you're in a much more unique position to answer this question practically than anyone. Yeah, true. You know. So what if grandma wouldn't have let you play? You know, you followed your dream. I want to do exactly what you do, and he wouldn't tell you out of respect, but you know, in essence, he's grown. He's 18 years old. That's an adult in this land. Right. So what you gonna do? Lock him in a room and, you know, and let him eat bonbons at the house, or what are you gonna do? You know, what are you gonna do? They still make bonbons? Well, I'm quite sure they do. Klondike bars or something like that. But you get what I'm saying. That's a tough decision, man. So could it be that parents had to sit down with their children and say, hey, what do you want to do? I mean, ultimately they're grown adults. You know, it's not like he's elementary school, or, you know, he's not like he would be under your roof anymore. He's left home. He's an adult. So how would you stop that? I couldn't technically. No, and then for him to say like, hey, the scouts. I mean, only way I could stop that if I went through the coach. The same coach to get multi-million dollars of paychecks to get your son to play, that'll go over real good. Okay, so he's trying to his paycheck is derived on wins and notoriety, and you're going to go there and talk to him about voting against his own self-interest. That'll be real good. You see how I'm getting here? So ultimately, it would be responsible on the athletes. I mean, you know, you have some cases in where they're graduating in 17, 16 even. Okay, that's different. No, mom and dad could say, hey, my boy's not playing. Right. But 18 on up, no, you can't make that call. Especially if he has ambitions to go to the NFL or you know, or go to the NBA. Man, how are you going to stop that? How would any parent stop that? Right. No, you're right. No, so it's not as easy as we like to think. It's not like it's not like we can say like, okay, you're not going to do this because you're under my roof. They're out of your roof. You're not going to play in there. You're going to take away your son's dream, or that's what he want to do. I mean, you know, and possibly possibly take away his education. Did you not say that scholarships have to be earned every year? I mean, you said that on this program.
Yeah.
So what's the alternative? See, it's when you start breaking it down like that, and when you start breaking it down like that, it's just not as easy for parents to get there to just pull the card on them. If they're saying like, hey, if they want to play, give them the right to make their own choices. Now that's something different. Or if they're protesting, give them the right to make their own choices, man. If I had children, I had son, I would be saying that right with them. Give them the right to make their own choices. It's right. Their life. And we know in the game of athletics, man, that's a small window, Prince. You know that.
Right.
What you're considered old, about 33 to 35. You're considered
29.
Yeah. So that window is closing. So we look at that. I mean, right now with your son, okay. Hey, master, you can't eat that. You can't eat those lifesavers this Fitzgerald sent you before you eat your vegetables. Okay, you can pull rank. 16. Hey, man, you can't get the car. You can't go out and do anything because you're still under the roof. 18. A coach sit down in there but he signs his name and he wants to go. He's excited like that with you do, and he can look you literally in your face and say, Dad, you play college ball. Grandma let you play.
No.
Grandma let you play and everything, and you follow your dream. Why are you stopping me from mine? Man, you don't have no defense for that. And other parents don't have defenses for there. So I'm a practical man, a thinking man, and I look at different angles. But it's some things are not always black and white, ladies and gentlemen. We like to think either yes or no. Yeah, that sounds good, but sometimes it's not always like that. Sometimes you do got to deal with the grades in life. We don't talk about that much, and knowing you're going to train him to be a strong American Nigerian man. Mm-hmm. You're going to train him to be a independent thinker. He's gonna come out there, being taught how to make his own decisions, how to stick to it, how to carry through. So he's going to use those very things that you taught him, to defend his point, and he's going to win against you.
True.
Okay. You seen it got that look of dropped on your face a little bit,
right?
So now in lieu of that, you can sort of understand why these parents are making the decision. Let them play. Let them play. If that child wants to, if he wants to go out there, she want to go out there and pursue that, let them play it. Let them have the right. Mm-hmm. Same way you couldn't tell them like, hey, you know what? I don't want you going in the Marine Corps.
All right.
I don't want you going in the Marine Corps. I don't want you going there to fight for something. He said, well, he may have view of that. It's my country. He would have the choice to join either Nigeria or United States. He's a dual citizen, right? Mm-hmm. And so if he feels like he wants to get out there and fight and defend freedom, even though if it's total opposed to you, what are you going to do? Hide him when the recruiter comes down? Make his own decision. So that's the way we need to look at it. See, personal choice is so dominant. I know from personal experience, even God Almighty won't outrule your free will.
Right.
He will not. He will let you want to do something, even if it's against what he's telling you to do. He'll let you do it. Mm-hmm. And if somebody wants to do something like that, you can't pray against someone else's will. You can't. Don't let them do that. Even if it's something foul, you can't do it. God will not override a person's free will. And so I'm a big proponent of being able to make your own decisions. Now, your job with him would be to point out the good, the ungood and stuff. Mm-hmm. And that's your job. But he's going to use the decision making that you taught him up until that point that you're teaching him right now. And you have to trust that you're dealing with a young man who, is going forward and being responsible. So in that case, how are we going to sit there and tell a parent like, okay, they can't go? Because I'm quite sure their children have talked to them. And so those parents out there saying, hey, you have the right, they have the right to make their own choices. If they can go out there and sign and go down to a recruiter and be shipped off all the way across the world and fight for something, then surely they can make their own choice to to play football or play athletic as they want to? Who am I to get in the way of that?
All right. No, you're right. Guys, with that being said, in the chat room is my Karatbars affiliate link. Again, in the chat room is my Karatbars affiliate link. Click on that link, sign up as an affiliate. Also, it's in the description for those who watch the playback, and it will also scrolling at the bottom of the screen when you see the ticker. So today's topic again is in Big Ten cities, a fall without college football is a crushing economic blow. So for those who are in communities that count on college football season, I mean, let's start with the Pac-12. You got Eugene, Oregon.
Okay.
You got, let's see here. Washington State is in. Well, let's skip over there. You got Boulder, Colorado. That's another one. Let's see here. You have University of Utah. Where are they located? I forgot which.
That's correct. Quite sure. I don't think they're in Salt Lake City.
They're not Salt Lake City.
That's
Provo, Utah. Okay. You got now UCLA, USC, the Pac-10. I mean, LA.
Those are Los Angeles, so they're different. Yeah. They're different. They have more industry to support besides football that's coming in that economy. So they're cool.
Yeah, USC, UCLA, they should be fine. They're in LA as well. I'll cover it. I'm sorry. Cal, Berkeley, Stanford, they should be fine. They're in the Bay Area. Let's see here.
How about Cal Fullerton?
No, they're not in the Pac-12.
Okay. Pepperdine?
No, for sure. Pepperdine is a football team.
Okay, I don't know, man. I don't know
what the Pac-12 is. I know you saw Alabama SEC. I know you know what the Pac-12 is.
Actually, I don't.
Oh, okay.
No, actually, I don't.
The Arizona schools, Tucson, Tempe, Arizona. It should be okay.
So on a serious note, do you think that? Well, we're talking serious anyway. Do you think that that economies will be that effective without one football season?
Oh God, yes.
Oh, I forgot all about Corona.
Yeah,
I literally did, and I'm glad I did. So the revenue that has been lost, since March. So without a college football season, you think those schools are really, you think those businesses could possibly be out of business, or it's going to really, really hurt that area?
Well, let's jump into the article. Here we go. Washington Post. The players won't play. The marching bands will remain silent, and the large stadiums across the Big Ten will sit empty this fall, leaving a hole for college football fans who built their year around a dozen or so Saturdays. But the impact stretches far beyond the locker rooms and stadium turnstiles. The cancellation of the fall season promises to wall up businesses that count on those fall weekends for survival. And the economic impact is likely to measure in the tens of millions in many of the towns across sprawling conferences. We are like a lot of businesses. We rely on the back to school and football season to really be our big money-making months, said Michael Weber, vice president of Weber's Boutique Hotel in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Wow, that's Big Ten. For decades now, the downtown hotel has been packed on fall weekends. Fans from all over pour into town to fill the country's largest stadium. So the country's largest stadium is in Ann Arbor, not in Tuscaloosa. There we go. Country's largest stadium, and also fill
Wolverine, man.
Areas.
I'm a fan of the Wolverines, yeah.
Area's most storied hotels. For many, the pregame brunch and postgame dinners at Weber's are staples. This week's news that the Big Ten would not be playing football this fall wasn't just a gut punch. It struck businesses and industries that already have been walloped mightily this year by the novel coronavirus pandemic. Many that were hoping a busy football season could salvage the year financially. Hotels, bars, and restaurants, many of the businesses that thrive during the college football season are also many of the ones hit hardest by the pandemic. Weber's was closed for a full month in the spring and is still operating at less than 50% of its normal sales. Fitzgerald, you're a business owner. Can you operate at 50% of your normal sales?
No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Doors will have to close.
We've all been hoping for a speedy recovery where everybody is hoping to return to normal, Weber said. This is just another reminder that we are not going to be returning to normal anytime soon. From Lincoln, Nebraska. Wow, forgot about Lincoln. To New Brunswick, New Jersey. Rutgers. So Lincoln, Nebraska is where the University of Nebraska is. The Cornhuskers. New Brunswick, New Jersey is where Rutgers University is. Businesses in Big Ten towns that count on those fall Saturdays are coming to terms with what it means to lose a full season. And some are bracing for the worst. It's just devastating news, said Fritz Smith, chief executive of the Happy Valley Adventure Bureau, the tourism organization in State College, Pennsylvania. That's another one, Penn State, a town built around Penn State University that swells on game days.
Man, we're getting some interesting comments coming in right now. Shout out to Mr. Barricade. He's going to make you happy, Prince. He's talking about Go Dogs.
Okay. Yeah, go Dogs. There we go. Go Dogs. Where's he at? There you go. SEC, go Dogs.
Oh, there's some of the losiest cats in the SEC behind you. You know, man. Well, if I want Alabama alumni, somebody to well listen.
Man, check this out.
Mr. Glass, black folks are going to be hurt by this. No, sir, Mr. Glass. All folks are going to be hurt by this. It's a whole lot like concession stands. There's a concession stand company called Delaware North, based out of Buffalo, New York. They do a lot.
They're out here at the Atlanta airport.
Yeah, they're based. They're headquartered in Buffalo, New York, and you know they fill a lot of concession stands up there. They're NFL, College Stadium. They're going to be hurt. I've been to NFL and college games, and the staff of these vineyards were mostly blacks. I can't argue with you on that. Many people are going to be hurt, from referees, you know, who don't get a lot, to vendors, to local economies, of restaurants. The eating out, man, is huge. Right. The eating out is huge, especially before the game and after game. The tailgate. If you lose the tailgating community, you know, just for them, that's going to affect the Walmarts and the Targets, you know, because how are they going to go get supplies?
I mean, that's going to affect Budweiser, Corona.
All the thing. Mr. Eddie Thorne, Bloomington, Indiana, man, that's the University of Indiana's territory. Yeah. I have a very, very dear brother, man, that's a cancer researcher, Dr. John Foley, that teaches at the University of Indiana. I've been up there. Bloomington, man. Bloomington, it struck me as a pretty decent sized city without Indiana. It looked like they could stand on their own.
Yeah, no, but
now Purdue is a different guy. Purdue, and you told me that Notre Dame was actually a small campus, but Bloomington seemed like it stand by its own.
No, but you got to understand, everything is built or centered around the campus. So, like for example, Athens, Georgia, you know, the premier college town in America, the premier college town in America.
Okay, all right.
So, like, for example, just like the Walmarts that were there, like the Walmarts were there because of the University of Georgia. I mean, everything was centered around the University of Georgia.
Well, the same thing can be said about Auburn.
Yeah, of course. No. Yeah, Auburn, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah. I'm not gonna argue with you on that. Yeah. And Tuscaloosa.
Well,
I mean, what else is in Tuscaloosa outside of the University of Alabama, for sure?
Well, there's Mercedes-Benz has a plant there.
That's newer.
No, that was there, man. That's been there going on about close to 30 years now.
The Mercedes-Benz plant's been there.
Yeah, there's Mercedes-Benz out there. I think it's over in Northport, Alabama, which is a suburb of Tuscaloosa. Of course, the Crimson Tide is there. You don't really need anything else in Tuscaloosa. We there, man.
Well, that's my point. So them shutting down. Oh, well, they're not. SEC's going to play this year. But just imagine if the University of Alabama doesn't play this year.
Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where LSU is.
Now, I'm going to say this. I've been to Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge, I think, will be fine without LSU.
Really?
I've been to Baton Rouge.
I mean, was that Petroleum State? I mean,
well, you got Southern University there as well. I mean, Baton Rouge is a big city. Like, I think Baton Rouge wouldn't do as bad. Like, there's a lot going on in Baton Rouge.
Okay.
I wouldn't consider Baton Rouge a college town.
Okay. Mr. Glass, again, let me get this answer shout out. I think I'm going to jump in the comments earlier these days. Mr. Glass, this could be catastrophic. Now I see why DeSantis wanted college football so bad. Yeah. I can see why Governor DeSantis wants that too, because, like, for example, Mr. Glass and Mr. Amir and everyone else who's listening to me, my brother went out, took his kids out around to Orlando. You know, that's Disney World.
Disney World's open, right?
Well, yes, but the traffic here in Florida is probably like the most premier tourism state in the nation. Period. You know, and he said it's a practically ghost town here. You know, I live in Tampa. Tampa's real big for cigars. If you guys didn't know that. A lot of Cuban cigar factories. A lot of people came up here and established. This is old time. Well, we have this place called Ybor City. It's down probably about like 14, 15 miles away from me to the south. I went down there, you know, and sat out on the venue. I could find a parking spot easily. Hardly no one walking on the strip. I sat out there, you know. Was able to get me a nice cigar and sit down and relax, but it was just eerily quiet, and you know, and with things going on like the Tampa St. Petersburg area, you don't see the concerts. You're not hearing about them anymore. You know, it's really affected. So when you said what Governor Sanders wants football, yeah, but you know what, he hasn't really been getting the corona under control. See, here in Florida. We're here in Florida, rather his administration hasn't. But here in Florida, we know we have huge outbreaks down here.
Right.
I mean, we have like the Miami-Dade area, which is about 4 hours to the south from me. I mean, it's been plummeted down there, man. You know, would you really want to take that chance? University of Florida up in Gainesville, they're about like Georgia. You know, the University of Florida, and then those cats too. The University of Florida up in Gainesville, well, they can stack about 100,000 people in their stadium. The Miami Hurricanes, about maybe 80 or 70. I'm not sure the dimensions. Florida State, probably about 80, 90,000. These are big time programs, right. You know, and with a lot of heavy supporters. And college football is huge for the economics of this state. They really are. So Gainesville is like one of those towns we was talking about, Prince, like the Athens, Tuscaloosa. Now, with University of Miami, the Coral Gables, Miami area, Lauderdale area, I think they could be kind of fine. But still, the schools are not going to want to depart from that revenue, man. Right. I mean, would you, if that was your business model, would you? I mean, you know, so man, so we you know, they're trying to salvage what little year they can. And I don't know how they're going to. Oh, I did read a report. The SEC, they're going to leave it up to the individual schools to determine how they want to do their stadiums. Man, you want to pack it out? Go ahead. You know,
really?
Yeah, I saw that today. You know, you want to pack it out? Go ahead. No, Alabama's fans, we coming, Cat.
I know they come.
We'll be there. I mean, you know, we'll be there. But man, we have to put the mask on like this, roll tide, whatever we do. Right. we'll be there. But on a serious note, it's big time. It's big time business. And Mr. Glass is absolutely right, man. A lot of people are going to be devastated. And this is like an avalanche. And people are like, oh, but somebody's probably sitting up here and maybe thinking like, is this all these guys talking about is football? No, we're talking about the economic impact.
Yeah, we don't talk sports really.
We're talking about no, I didn't see the comment, but I'm saying like someone, right. Is it a better thing to talk about than football? No, we're talking about the economic impact. We're talking about people's livelihoods, you know, have already been massively disrupted since March. Many people, including myself, thought this thing was going to be caught in the butt way before this. We didn't expect this to stretch out. And many of those people think, okay, well, football season comes around. This is going to give my company a much energized boost because, you know, I've lost all this revenue and this is my chance to make it out. Some people like saying like this, man, if this thing goes down the pike, I'm done. Right. You know, and we're talking sometimes 30 and 20, 50-year-old businesses, you know, can be wiped out. Without that, so that's why.
Here's another one. I forgot the parent company or like a franchise company or some group that owns over 300 Pizza Huts. They're going under. Pizza Hut. So 300 Pizza Huts are done.
Pizza Hut?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's I heard McDonald's made some moves on a couple of their restaurants that was, you know, but that was not. really producing out there. And that's what we're thinking. That's what not thinking. That was the wrong statement. Prince, we're talking about well-established companies.
Right.
And since March until now, many of them are just going out of business. I mean, so when you look at when you look at that economic impact, with that, maybe some of those other companies should have cash reserves. Now, you deal with a guy like a company like Berkshire Hathaway,
Right.
About close to $200 billion in cash reserves.
Right.
Apple Computer, $200 billion in cash reserves. Tesla, close to over 100 billion plus cash reserves. Companies that Facebook and Amazon, these companies, they evidently they're still making money in big time way. Well, it's a fire sale for them, but they were smart enough to have a business model that's going to allow them to thrive in good times or bad. And so that's what you have to be looking at. So how does that relate to you? Okay, if people now more than ever see what it really means not to have another income stream coming in besides your job.
Well, what did they say? It's no longer a luxury to not have multiple streams of income.
Well, I heard one from a gentleman I listen to time to time, Dr. Umar Johnson. And he was saying about similar what we're saying, man. He was saying, entrepreneurship is a must.
Right.
Entrepreneurship is an absolutely must. I mean, as far as to go out there and create something, as far as for you and your family, that you're not going to be devastated. It's about revenue. It's about getting cash flow coming into your house, because like it or not, I personally think this thing is going to stretch in beyond even into 2021. I really do. No, I really do. And a lot of the damage has been economic damage is for some people, it's going to be too late, man. I mean, with 40 million people about to lose under some type of housing distress, whether through foreclosure or whether through eviction. No, I hate to say it, but I know what it is to lose a home. I know what it is. I mean, it would turn your life upside down. Mm-hmm. It would disrupt everything about you when the ground that you lay your head is gone. You no longer have it. It'll turn your family's life upside down. That is a very, very serious blow, psychologically, financially, everything. But people see that you have a foreclosure on your record. Man, gosh, it really, really affects you. Sure, you can wait 7 years when it drops off, but my God, I mean, people look at it just really, really disrupts. I mean, it certainly did me. But people having to figure like, okay, my God, let me see. I wished I would have had another income to do something and to create something for us. Me, and that's why we talk about carrot bars. See, we talk about carrot bars, not necessarily. Get your mind off the goal. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's break it down. Right. Get your mind off the gold. Okay, you're exchanging your paper dollars into gold. We've said that over and over and over and over, well over a year. Get your mind off the gold. Get your mind off that you can actually build, that you can actually have you a business that you have tax breaks. Get your mind off of that. Okay, get your mind off the cryptocurrency phrase, or as far as that, get your mind off of that. Get your mind off creating a residual income stream that comes into you every week, depending on how much you're willing to work for and how much you're willing to produce, that is not dependent upon your job. Mm-hmm. You have an income stream that comes in every single Friday. Once you get your package, once you start building your business, and then you're getting paid in euro. You have an income stream every single Friday, and on the 11th of the month, you have an income stream. That income stream can be nothing, or it can be $100,000 a month, independent of your job and your efforts. Now you say, I love my job, man. I love serving my clients, and I love getting out there and meeting the people and with my workers and my coworkers. Awesome, keep doing it. But just in case something was to happen, like that's unexpected, a corona,
Corona.
a doctor report, divorce, a child or parental illness, you can still go on financially and still deal with that without you physically have to be there to work. It's about income streams. There's ways we build it, yes, but I get excited about the income stream that you're literally able to make money while you sleep, and you're able to build. And this thing right here with creating this type of income stream, what we're doing right here, it don't seem to care about what's going on out there in the world now.
Right.
It seems to be growing and growing and growing and growing. And Diane Samir not talking real talk on this, man. It doesn't seem to care, because you know what? When you're able to create income streams from 149 countries around the world using your cell phone. I mean, some of you guys can run this thing. You can have a lunch break, go out there and sit in your car, hook up with some cat in Scotland, and sign. He's looking to make more money, and he gets a business packet, and you have a business packet. You just instantly made money, loaded up on your MasterCard the following Friday in euros. I mean, it's nothing like it. And so that's what we concentrate on, the income stream. The income stream. Now, getting the gold is great. Getting the gold and exchange your paper dollars in for gold, that's wonderful. Allow your gold to appreciate, that's wonderful. That's more like an investment component, Prince Amir. The gold goes up and more than cash, and I want to hold on that. The tax breaks, that's great. You're going to mostly realize that at the end of the year. But the income stream that you can get paid right heck today. Right today. Well, Fitzgerald, and you mean I get money now? Yes. You get your business package, you go out there and talk to someone else and help them build their own business. They get their business package. You're going to get 10% of that. You're going to generate units. You're going to generate revenue now. And so next Friday, you already have income coming in. And so people need money now. And I heard Mr. Todd Best, the senior partner of Wealth Builders, one of the teaching arms of Karatbars. He said that people need money now. You want to show people like, hey, what do I need to do to get money now? That's what we're talking about. And that's really what Dynas and I do. Now I can tell you the mechanics of it. Okay. Go ahead and save gold. All you're doing is taking your fiat currency, your paper money, you're exchanging in gold. Even before then, all you're doing is just registering your gold savings account. Prince Dynas Amir link is strolling out the bottom, because you have to be invited into this. It's a network. You register that. You take about 7 minutes to fill that out. And then you're going to get an email from Karatbars. You click on that, verify that, instantly you have a business that you can do business in the whole 149 countries. We have a business partner, Fafu Malau. Lord, it took me months to learn how to pronounce her name, and I'm so I'm happy with that.
Me too. You're not the only one. Me too.
Fafu Malau, when we started talking this back in last June, before the broadcast was over, she had already registered her account. That lady has several hundreds of people in her organization right now, all over the world. What many of them saving in gold, helping other people save in gold, expanding the business of building residual income. Duplication is the key to wealth. Mm-hmm. And so that's what Prince Amir and I, we don't talk about that much. We talk about other things, but what we're trying to do is get money now. For example, I have my Karatbar account that I'm paid on my MasterCard in euros. Okay, then I have this guy right here, our personal check account that I'm paid to. That's my checking with USA. Great company. This one right here, because I don't really have a system, it kind of needs to be recharged. This one right here, cool. Okay, so you know, in Carrot Bars is what I do. So I'm loaded up, paid by here, and I'm able to operate. If I didn't have this with what's on this right now, I would be in very, very big trouble. Mm-hmm. You know, and think of this, and think of that the blue card as a job, and think of the gold black card as a business that creates residual income. I'd rather have this all the day long. See, this is how Dynas and I are able to come talk to you like this all the time. We have expressed interest, not expressed interest, made a statement. Hey, you know, we'll have our time between like 1 and 3, and here it is a Tuesday. We're showing up again. Well, yesterday we showed up, and Friday you saw we showed up. How are we doing that? No job is going to let us have a schedule like that. You know, do you ever hear us when we come on here? Hold on. Hey, where you at, Fitzgerald? Hey, hold on for a second. I'll be right there. Hey, y'all, I'm going to get ready to go real quick. Okay, I'll take care of that. Don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Because
I would tell you a true story. So, like back when I was pretty much checked out of my job out of Centos, I would come home early, like around 3 o'clock, 2:30 or 3 o'clock, and do some videos. and my boss would call me sometime like around 4:30, and I would walk outside the house and answer the phone outside.
Yeah, but some cars passing by and like yeah, I know, man. I know. So that's what people,
hey, listen. When he called, I hurry up and run outside and answer the phone.
Right. That's what people need right now. People need income now. This is I see Mr. Glass is commenting a lot, so I'm just going to use him for an example. And you know, he's making some great comments about the conference and football and everything. Mr. Glass, would you think, and everyone else, would you think all those people who are under that crazy financial stress, would you think they would not mind having a residual income coming in their house right now? Would you think? Do you think that they haven't been told by somebody like us, hey, you know what, you really need to build another wealth stream? Do you think they probably told some of those people they're good, they're straight, they're all right? Do you think some of them even said this, man, this Alabama, Georgia, Auburn, Miami, Florida State, Florida football, man, ain't nothing going to happen to football. Football going to be here, man, like the sky. Like the rising of the sun, man. Football season in September, man, it's gonna be here. Shoot, dude, this is my business. I got a good job. I'm secure. I'm straight. I promise you, many of them said that. Mm-hmm. Then all of a sudden, something comes out totally under control, and people's like getting ready to lose houses and stuff because they didn't plan. They thought they were good. Good. You know, they thought they were good. And many people think they're good when they're not. They're on quicksand. The quicksand is covered up with straw. You know, and they think, okay, I'm cool. But you would be cool like if you had 2 years of living expenses saved up. You know, you would be cool if you had your house paid off and your vehicles paid off and your student loans paid off. You'd be kind of cool then. You'd be cool. You have, you know, deep freezer full of food and canned goods and you know, things like that, ammunition, right? The guns. I mean, you'd be cool then. But you're not going to be cool long if you don't have income to replenish that. See, you can't keep living off your savings and your reserves and don't have anything else coming in. By building a business like basically Carrot Bars, you always have an income coming in. That's what we talk now. The mechanics, okay, you register your account. No cost to do that. Literally no cost. Takes you about 7 minutes to do that. The premises works on this. You go ahead, start acquiring small increments of gold, anywhere from 1 gram gold cars, like the card I held up, 2.5 or 5 grams. Gold is money. That's going up. You don't want to sell that. Not yet. That's part of your estate. Then you start telling that you get your business package. Why do you want a business package? Because it's going to allow you to get paid 5 times a month. Your weekly income dependent upon what you and your organization produce, because you get paid to help other people in business. Okay, you get your business package. It can be anywhere from a VIP like Prince Amir and myself. That's about 4,900 euros. You can have one for a silver. I mean a gold, which is about 2,400 euros. A silver, which is 595 euros, or a bronze, which is about 180 euros. Now, what one you decide you get, whatever best fits for you. You know, I personally think you should get the VIP, which you maximize the compensation plan. But if I had to get one that to the minimum, I would go with a silver. No, because and then I will help 2 people get a silver package, and help them 2 people get a silver package, because I'm on my way to build a pretty nice massive income about 12 weeks from now because of the duplication. Then I will look at okay, I'm able to take this money and I'm able to leave it to my dependents, to my children. So the income stream as well as the assets. And then I'm looking at, okay, I have my own home-based business. So if I have my own home-based business, that's really going to help me at the end of the year with taxes, because I can write a lot of stuff off that I wasn't able to do. And that's all we do. I run this. You run your business. You run your business through a cell phone or your home computer from the comfort of your home. Great with this pandemic thing going on. Many people are stuck at home anyway. So why not make money from home on your time? And so a lot of companies, if they can, they're shifting more their employee work to home, and believe me, they still want you to produce just like you was out there in the street. That's not going to change. Plus, they're going to monitor the heck out you anyway. Well, I guess that they're paying you. That's their right to do. I can't knock that. If I was paying someone, I gave them a cell phone. I'm paying them and stuff, and company computers. I want to know you working too. And so you can mostly increase your wealth by incorporating the efforts of others. It's called leverage. That's how you create your residual income. That's how the big job does it. That's how. I mean, think about this. Mr. Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook, started in his college dorm room. And I looked on there last night. I was looking at his wealth, and it said, and even this morning, it said he was up to close to $80 billion now.
Man, goodness.
$80 billion. Mr. Zuckerberg has close to 3 billion customers. 3 billion customers. Facebook is the number one site I go on. No, I'm sorry, Karatbars, then Facebook. Okay, 3 billion customers. He's getting a percentage of all that. He's in the data collection business. All he does, Facebook is nothing but a data collection center. So he used those analytics to figure out what you click on, what you like, what you don't like, what makes you happy, what makes you angry. Then he gives that data out to people, who they can make decisions on what to market to you. It's called analytics. 3 billion customers. So he's getting a percentage of all that. No wonder him and Patricia Chan, his wife, is worth $80 billion. And I don't think the man's 35 years old.
Nope.
Okay. Duplication. Same thing can be said with Jeff Bezos. Amazon, has a presence practically all over the United States. I know. I mean, I'm seeing warehouses pop up. I know they got down in south of Henry County in Atlanta. Big.
Official. Since you left, they're everywhere.
Yeah, they're everywhere. I mean, I was driving up to see some of my family in Jacksonville, about 4 hours to the north from here, and outskirts of the city, there was a big Amazon there. I know they got one up in Buffalo, New York, and just all over it. I mean, it's taken over. Well, it's a little wonder the man is worth $179 billion. Because he's getting a percentage off of everything and everyone that has to be a part of his network. His network is Amazon. Mark's network is Facebook. No, Phil, as in Phil Knight, the owner of Nike Corporation, his network is the Nike Corporation. Elon Musk, his network is Tesla Corporation. And so if you're starting to see a pattern right here, it's the wealthy people have networks that other people work for that builds them wealth. You need to establish your own network. That's what that you can help build wealth by leveraging the efforts of other people and showing them how to build wealth by them leveraging the efforts of other people and showing them how to build wealth by them leverage. You need to build your own network that's going to create a financial stream coming into you every freaking week. You know, and that's a simple thing, because we're looking at the football season. Okay, it's the same thing that can apply to your life too. Their economics is going to be hurt. Their economics is going to be hurt because they don't have other income streams.
Right.
You know, and I say again, Dynas, man, who have we thought we would have been talking about canceling the football season?
Right.
Dude, I'm 55 years old. I ain't never heard of nothing like that.
You're on a narcotic. No, we told me that last year.
50. No, man, that's just American as, you know, as apple pie, I guess. Football more American than apple pie. You ask me, you know, and so
I wouldn't put it past it. Aliens show up tomorrow. Now, I mean, the spaceship's going to show up tomorrow.
Man, it's something going to happen. But meanwhile, people like, how am I going to live?
All right.
You know, and that's really, I mean, we're talking huge economies, man. In Florida, the economy in Tallahassee, that's the capital of Florida. But the people don't think about the capital. When they say Tallahassee, Florida, they don't think about the where Governor DeSantis stay. They don't think about that. They think about Florida State, the Seminoles. When they talk about Gainesville, they don't, you know, what's Gainesville? That's University of Florida territory.
Right.
Tuscaloosa, that's the home of the Tide. Athens, that's the Georgia Bulldogs.
Right.
See, they don't think about that, but there's a whole lot of businesses that are just important. And then what about the boosters? What about the boosters that come in there? They're putting their money into those stadiums up there on a thing to advertise and put them in a good name. They connect with I'm quite sure up in Athens, Dynas, you got them all up there, man, at Stanford Stadium.
Right.
They're all up there. I know in Tuscaloosa. So this is a big deal. That's why we're talking about it. But we always put it to a way. What are you going to do about the economy in your house? So you have to be proactive. And at the end of the day, is the football really putting any money in your pocket?
No.
I mean, the Dynas reminded me of something today, and you know, I didn't talk to him. And he reminded me. I was wrong. You know, I thought in all our 15 years of knowing each other, I thought that literally Georgia had never beaten Alabama. Well, he reminded me of the bet I lost in 2007 where they did. I had literally forgot. That's how much we cracked their head. You know, but I forgot it. I really didn't even believe it. I just can't see them cats beating us. But my point of the matter is, since we met, that's been a primary conversation. We never were paid a dime. We were promoting them sometimes. I used to promote Alabama so bad. My wife told me, you should be a coach. She tell me that you should be a coach. I'll promote him up in Canada, Toronto, I'll be, hey, you want to go to Alabama? Alabama ain't sending me anything. But and so that was our primary conversation. But now, hey, you keep your income options open.
All right.
You're looking for other ways to make money. Yeah. Okay. Take a look at this video. Okay. You know, you're gonna like something. All right. You see an opportunity for yourself? Yeah. Okay, let's get you started. So I sit up there and promote my gold business through Carrot Bars, and guess what? I get paid for that. I mean, and when you realize how much time you wasted, when you realize that being a fan doesn't pay. Being a fan doesn't pay.
All right.
You know, you need to, they're going to be fine, but you need to figure out ways to promote something or someone that you get paid for. And particularly, you need to be in a position where you're promoting your own game that you get paid for. That's what we're talking about right here. Black Royalty said, Black people need to demand 30% of college sporting revenue. If not, head to HBCUs and get it popping there. Well, 30%, that's all. I mean, and the biggest revenues, the biggest part of the biggest revenue generators are football and basketball.
No.
Black athletes make up well over 80% of that. Right. So that's all. But but here's the thing. Here's the thing about that black royalty. They don't control the network.
Right.
They don't control the system. They don't control the money system. So how are you going to demand something that you don't control? I mean, sure, you can say go to HBCUs, yeah, but I got a better for you. The athletes start their own league. It's about revenue, ladies and gentlemen. Prince, man, we taking some good questions, and man, some great interaction and content came through here, man. But that's what it's about. When it comes down to your favorite football team. Mine's Alabama, Prince Amir is Georgia. I don't know who Mr. Glasses is, or any other people in here.
Well, University of Georgia is the only team that counts, so it really don't matter who the other.
I'll give you this. I'm in a generous mood today. I'll give you this. Perhaps you're right. But my point of the matter, let me ask a serious question. Do they send you a check to promote them?
No, they don't.
Some of you have been watching them for years. I had about maybe 6 or 7 Alabama t-shirts and gear and hats and plaques, and I have all kinds of stuff with them. They don't send me a dime. I'm an Alabama graduate, been one since 1988. Right. They don't send me a dime. I've gotten upset with the games. I talk noise. I promote them. I gotta, check this out right here. I'm into this. You got
a tattoo, Fitzgerald? Do you have an Alabama tattoo, Fitzgerald?
No, I don't have any tattoos on my body. I brought but my point of the matter, in Prince Amir, he too would promote that. They don't send us any money. So why are you going to keep promoting and getting really crazy about something that's not paying you? When you can open your mouth and you can promote your business, your international gold business in Nigeria and Kenya and Cameroon and Israel and Japan and Scotland and England, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, pretty much Jamaica, Haiti. And you can promote this to someone, and they decide to get in your network, and they decide to start purchasing gold, picking up packages, picking up phones and things. You can actually be paid for it, and they can be paid for it. So you guys can make money together. I'm more excited in the Carrot Bars than I ever will with Alabama. Alabama don't pay me.
All right.
And so if they come into town, would I like to go? Yeah. Am I still a fan? Yeah, but I'm not paid for it. So why are you going to keep giving your time away for free? Why are you going to get so excited about someone else's network more excited than your own? Right. Why are you so excited about building wealth for someone else when you're not just excited about building wealth for you and your family? And so these are the hard questions we have to ask ourselves, and these questions need to be asked because you really break it down, man. Some of y'all done had Super Bowl parties, and some of y'all done had college get together and watch the national championship. That means you're watching Alabama a lot. And some of y'all don't put all these things together and stuff and spend all this money to have this. What do they send you? What do they give you? Nick Saban get about $11 million a year. He's cool.
All right.
Kirby Smart about $6 or $7 million a year. He's cool. What are you going to do to make sure you and your family are cool? And that's what I want to leave you with. I want to just leave you that. Besides my clothes that I generally do, like how Warren Buffett has said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you're literally going to work until you die. No, Prince Dynas Amir has said that titles are not sexy, income is. Mr. Michael Delco has said that if you don't come from a wealthy family needs to come from you. And Fitzgerald Stevens has said, if you don't make moves will be made on you. We got to change the direction of our focus. Time is just slipping by, and time is just going by. We got to build things for the next generation. We got to really, really take time to really build wealth. And we got to get seriously strong, very seriously strong about building economic power. We got the economic power. We'll be in a position to move things. But I believe in you build economic power one family at a time, one community at a time, one city at a time, one state, then one nation at a time. That's how I believe. So hopefully you guys believe that with us, and we can go ahead and create wealth together. Many people are doing that with Prince Dynasty Samir. We're very, very appreciative. He has people coming in his business incredibly so. But partner doing that because they don't do it because Prince Samir is like this charismatic guy. They're doing this because they want to build and grow wealth in their family. That's what they do. They don't do it because of me. They do it because they're building wealth in their family. They don't do it because of Mr. Michael Delco or Mr. Ty Best or Miss Tadisha Glassby or Mr. Willie Brown or Mr. Rodney Berger or Mr. Rodney Roach or Mr. William Bibb. They don't do it for that. They don't do it for that. They do something to build wealth for them and their family. Because it's going to come a time, you're going to want to stop being a groupie. Oh my gosh, Alabama doing this. Pittsburgh Steelers doing this. Georgia doing this. My favorite basketball team. Look at what LeBron. Hey, LeBron worth $350 million. It's not a game to him. It's a business. So you like, okay, let me promote something as business that brings me in wealth. Then you can go out there and spend some of that, your disposable income, and get your tickets and do the other thing. But get your house in financial order. And do that today, because you know what, ladies and gentlemen, got news for you. Things aren't going back to normal.
No,
this is the new normal. There's not going to be okay, someone's going to wave the wand and even at the political elections, that we have a presidential election coming up here in the United States, and things are not going to go back to normal. I think things are going to get tighter. I think there's going to be a lot of changes people are not ready for. I think you need to really, really start taking courses and learn how to do cryptocurrency trade. I think you really need to open up your own gold savings account. I think you really need to get out of paper. I mean, I'm talking about fiat currency. You really need to get out of cash and put it into assets. You really need to learn how to create residual income, and you need to teach your children how to do that. I think the days of going over and telling everybody, hey, just go to school and get a good job and go out there and work for someone 20, 30 years and hopefully they'll take care of you. I think that's a misnomer. I think right now the one that takes care of you is you. That's what I think. And I think we need to get serious, very, very dang near casket serious about building income streams. Building income streams, because you may decide you want to leave the country you're in. You may decide you want to go somewhere else, but you're going to have resources. And Karatbars is an outstanding way for the average person to become a part of that. The professional person become a part of that, take advantage of this opportunity and create a great economic wealth forum for them and their family. Prince Samir, I'm finished, man. God bless you. It's good seeing you again.
Everyone, thank you so much for joining. Once again, affiliate links in the chat room. Click on the affiliate link, sign up as an affiliate. I will personally call you. It's also scrolling at the bottom of the screen. You'll see the ticker, and it's also in the description. Until next time, family, Dynasty Samir Search for Huru. Peace.